Magnetic field due to straight current carrying conductor of finite length। इस वीडियो में हम ये समझेंगे कि अगर कोई फाइनाइट लेंथ का एक स्ट्रेट करंट कैरिंग कंडक्टर है लाइक दिस, तो उससे कुछ डिस्टेंस पर मैग्नेटिक फील्ड क्या होगी। सो वी विल डिराइव फार्मूला फॉर दैट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड। Suppose this is a straight wire CD and its ends are connected to a battery so that I current flows through it. This battery has not been shown here, but these ends are connected to battery, so current I is flowing through this straight wire. Now we have to calculate magnetic field intensity due to this current carrying wire at distance A at point P. Now recall the Biot-Savart law. We will use Biot-Savart law to derive the formula for magnetic field. Suppose this is a element dl in a current carrying wire and current flowing through it is I. So current element is IDL. Now we know that by Biot-Savart law that formula for magnetic field intensity due to this current element at a distance r is given by delta B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I delta L cross r upon r cube. This is vector form. Now r theta is angle between dl and r, then we may write delta B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I delta L sin theta into r upon r cube into unit vector r cap. This unit vector r cap gives the direction of magnetic field. Now r cancels, so magnitude of this magnetic field is mu naught upon 4 pi I delta L sin theta upon r square. Now join ends of this wire C and D to this point P, and suppose distance of this point P from the wire is small a. So this distance QP is equal to small a. PQ is perpendicular on this wire. Now this angle QPC is equal to phi 1 and this angle DBQ is phi 2. Now take a small line element delta L on this wire. This is EF. Join E to P and F to P. So this angle EPF, suppose this is equal to delta 5. Now draw a perpendicular on this FP from E. So this angle ENF is 90 degree angle. Now suppose this angle F is EFN is theta. This angle QEP will be slightly greater than this theta. So there is very small difference, so we may also take this angle as theta. Now distance of this line element from P is r. So by Biot-Savart law, a small magnetic field delta B at this point P due to current element I delta L, its magnitude is given by mu naught upon 4 pi I delta L sin theta upon r square, where mu naught is permeability of free space. Now see in this right angle triangle EFN, its angle N is 90 degree. So in this triangle EN upon EF, this is equal to sin theta. So EN upon EF is equal to sin theta, or EN is equal to EF sin theta. This EN is equal to EF sin theta. Now take triangle PEN, its angle N is 90 degree. So by trigonometry, En upon Ep, this is equal to sine delta phi, because this is perpendicular and this is hypotenuse. So En upon Ep is equal to sine delta phi, or En is equal to Ep sine delta phi. This En is equal to Ep sine delta phi. Now En is equal to Ef sine theta and En is equal to Ep sine delta phi. So Ef sine theta is equal to Ep sine delta phi, or delta L sine theta is equal to R sine delta phi, because Ef is equal to delta L. So this Ep is equal to R. So delta L sine theta is equal to R delta phi, because if delta phi is small, then we may write sine delta phi as delta phi. So for delta L sine theta, we may write R delta phi. See, in this formula, for delta L sine theta, we may write R delta phi. So this formula delta B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I delta L sine theta upon R square becomes delta B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I into R delta phi upon R square. From this R, this square cancels, so delta B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I delta phi upon R. Now see, in this right angle triangle EQP, its angle Q is 90 degree. So cos phi is equal to A upon R. This angle is phi. So cos phi is equal to A upon R, base upon hypotenuse. This implies R is equal to A upon cos phi. So for R, we may write A upon cos phi. So delta B becomes mu naught upon 4 pi I delta phi upon A upon cos phi. So delta B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I cos phi delta phi upon A. Now if delta phi is very small, then we may write d phi for delta phi and write dB for delta B. So we may write dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I cos phi d phi upon A. Now magnetic field at B due to this whole current carrying wire will be sum of all these I delta L, I delta L, I delta L, magnetic field produced due to small line current elements I delta L, I delta L, I delta L, I delta L. You divide this whole wire in, suppose, n small lengths delta L, delta L, delta L. So to calculate magnetic field B due to this complete current carrying wire, these all dB must be added. So magnetic field at P due to current carrying wire B is equal to integration of mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A cos phi d phi. Now its limit is angle varies from phi 1 to phi 2. This angle is phi 1 and this angle is phi 2. So this is written as minus phi 1. So limit is minus phi 1 to plus phi 2. Take mu naught I upon 4 pi A term outside this integration. So this is equal to mu naught I upon 4 pi A. Limit minus phi 1 to phi 2. Integration of cos phi d phi. Now integration of cos phi is sin phi. So this becomes mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A inside the bracket sin phi and upper limit phi 2, lower limit minus phi 1. So substituting the limits, we get B is equal to mu naught I upon 4 pi A inside the bracket sin phi 2 minus inside this bracket sin minus phi 1. Now sin minus phi 1 is minus sin phi 1. So this becomes B is equal to mu naught I upon 4 pi A sin phi 2 plus sin phi 1. So this is expression for magnetic field at a point due to long current carrying straight wire. Now what is direction of magnetic field at this point P? So for this we may use right hand थंब रूल, राइट हैंड थंब रूल के दो फॉर्म्स हैं, टू फॉर्म्स हैं, देयर आर टू फॉर्म्स ऑफ राइट हैंड थंब रूल. सो अप्लाई राइट हैंड थंब रूल फॉर स्ट्रेट करंट कैरिंग wire, means current magnetic field produced by a straight current carrying wire. So this rule says that hold the wire in your right hand palm like this, and suppose thumb is along the direction of current. So curling of fingers, जिस डायरेक्शन में ये उंगलियां मुड़ रही हैं, बेंड हो रही हैं. So curling of fingers will give the direction of magnetic field. So here direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to paper and inward for this point. Due to this current carrying wire, hold in your right hand this wire. So magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the paper and inward. Now if point is at left hand side, then magnetic field will be outward. You may also find the direction by the Maxwell's right hand screw rule. I delta L cross R. So you are rotating the screw in clockwise direction. So this will forward in this direction. So put the screw here and check I delta L cross R. So you are rotating screw like this. So this screw will move in inward direction, perpendicular to the plane of the paper and inward. So by Maxwell's right hand screw rule, direction is again perpendicular to the plane of the paper and inward. Now if wire is of very large length, so for a conducting current carrying wire of infinite length, what will be expression for magnetic field? Now by infinite we mean that this point P is very close to this wire. So as length of the wire increases, then these angles phi 1 and phi 2 will approach towards 90 degree. Our point P is very close to this wire. So what happens? Phi 1 becomes 90 degree and phi 2 also becomes 90 degree. So phi 1 is equal to phi 2 is equal to 90 degree. So B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A sin 90 plus sin 90. This is 1 plus 1. So B is equal to mu naught upon 2 pi into I upon A. So this is expression for current carrying wire of very large length, or if point P is very close to the current carrying wire. Thanks. Have a nice day.